Hello, myself Rithi. I am senior software developer in a Sufalam Technologies, and today we are going to see about cookies in a HTTP request headers. What is cookies? Why cookies are being used and how cookies are being used, that we will see. So you all might have seen this kind of pop-up when you visit any website that they are using cookies to ensure you for best browsing and ask you to confirm or reject. So what are these cookies? Why website ask you for the cookie permission? So cookies are nothing but a textual information about some website. When you visit a particular website, some information is saved in your local system so that when you visit the same website again, this website is able to recognize you, show you the result according to your preferences or past visit experiences. When you visit a website, you actually request the web page from the server. For a server, every request is a unique request. So, if you visit 100 times, the server will consider each and every request as a unique request. Since the intensity of the requests that arrive at a server is high, it is obvious and logical not to store every user's information into the system. You might not want every user to get registered or get logged in into your system because every user will not visit the website again, maybe. So, to uniquely remember you, the server sends the cookie along with the response which is saved in your local machine. Now, next time you hit the same server, you will get a response according to you as the server will recognize you. This cookie is unique for every server. So, you might have many cookies in your systems, but a server will recognize its own cookie and can analyze it for your next best performance. Let's take an example. Let's say you visit a website which is not in your local language, let's say Hindi. So you choose the Hindi language option from the language section. Now, if you visit the same website 5 times a day, you might have to change the language each time, 5 times. That's why this information is saved as a cookie in your system. This is where in a server, you will know that this way the server will know that you want to see the website in a Hindi language. So this is how the cookie plays its role. There are many other vital examples of that. Nowadays, cookies are enhanced very widely. At initial level, the concept of the cookie was developed for creating a better experience by saving the little information as text on the client's machine. But as the concept became more and more demanding and successful, the usage of cookie increased in many roles. Today, cookies are from what you searched and even what you saved in your cart. Cookies are being used. Cookies are being used in an extreme level, that saving your information about various websites. Knowing this, it is obvious that the size of the information has also increased. So, developers have recognized that all the information cannot be saved in a client's machine, which will increase the load in the system. So, cookies are now saved in a different way. If you visit a website, the website will provide you with a cookie ID, which is uniquely recognizable by the server. This ID then linked to the database of the company where all your information is saved and then fetched from the database. This way, cookies can be managed more efficiently and more securely. So, next time when you visit any website, you might wanna press this OK button whenever they ask you about cookie. So let's check here for the technical. This is cookie of the random Google search bar, where in a developer mode in application tab, you can see here the cookie according to the website you visit. Let's say here google.com. Here Google is storing cookies in a key value parameter. Every cookies are being stored in a key value parameter with some domain and their time. So the HTTP cookie, or say web cookie or a browser cookie, is a small piece of data that a server sends to a user's web browser. The browser may store the cookie and send it back to the same server with later request. Typically, an HTTP cookie is used to tell if two requests come from the same browser, keeping user logged in. As we have seen earlier, cookies are being used for the various purpose. For session management, let's say for logins, shopping carts, game and their scores, or anything else that server should remember. Personalization, about user preferences, settings, themes, and other settings. Tracking, recording and analyzing user behavior. You might have seen that whenever you search about any shopping material, let's say clothes. So in a next visit, you might have seen the advertisement related to clothes or particular your search. So this is how the cookies are enhanced nowadays. So let's see in a technical term how the cookies are set and how they are being sent in the later on request. So this is the general syntax of the cookie. Whenever the server sends a cookie with a response, in a set cookie attributes in a HTTP header, you will see this kind of syntax: set cookie attribute, under that cookie name or say cookie key equal to value of the cookie. For example, say this, here is the HTTP request response, and there each cookies are stored in a multiple attributes. Every response might have one or more than one cookie. It will be stored as a key value parameter. For example, yummy cookie equal to choco. Then later on, next request, the cookies are being set with the cookie attribute. Whenever the response comes, it will be set under set cookie, and when you send the next request, it will be sent under cookie attribute. Same way, key value parameter, this time it will be separated by semicolon. Okay. So as cookie manages the session, there should be some lifetime of the cookie. So lifetime of the cookie can be defined in a two-way, session-wise or a specified time-wise. Session cookies are deleted when the current session ends. The browser defines when the current session ends, and some browser use session restoring when restarting. This can cause session cookies to last indefinitely. Then there are permanent cookies which can be deleted at a specified time. There will be an expire attribute or a max age attribute. In expire attribute, you can specify the exact time when the cookies will be deleted along with the time zone, and in the max age attribute, you can specify the time to leave. Let's say for how many milliseconds the cookies will last. This is how the cookies you can see here. This is same a Google search page where you can see that in a response the set cookie attribute is there. Here values, there are multiple cookie Google is sending. All are separated with all are key in a key value parameter with expired attribute that this cookie will expire on a specified time. Then along with the next request, you can see in a request header the cookie attribute. Under this cookie attribute, the cookies which are sent earlier by the server will be sent in the same way, key value parameter, but this time all the cookies will send at once, separated by semicolon. This time no need to send what was the expire value and path value and domain. Okay. So in Node.js, how you can get this cookie and send in a next request. Let's say in a node you are using any third-party API, and that third-party API is sending you a cookie as a session ID, and then that website wants you to use that cookie as a authentication. So in a post request, when you pass when you authenticate for a website, you will get authenticated, and in the response, in a success response, this cookie will be sent to you. You can see in a response headers, there will be a set cookie attribute. So we are using first set cookie attribute in which we are getting this session ID. You can see we are getting a session ID along with it expires time and path and other details. So we need to use this session ID cookie to get authenticated in a later on request. So from this string you can get only this session ID. So we will loop through this string. I have split the values via semicolon. You can see because each values are separated by semicolon, and we will grab the first element. We will grab the first element, which is our cookie, session ID cookie, and store it under a variable. This session ID variable. Then now we need to send this cookie in a next request. So we will prepare a cookie string. In our cookie string array, we will save this cookie and we will prepare a cookie string. Let's say in a next request, we need to pass username, password, and the session ID which we received in a earlier request. So we will loop through these cookies, let's say in which we have user, password, and session ID. We have set session ID here, and we will prepare a string like this. This is our cookie string which we will use in our next request to that server. Yes, see here. We will in a next request we will pass this cookie string under a cookie attribute in our request header. So whenever this is kind of an access token or authentication ID which we are passing to the website which we visit. Then you can see the success response is there, and we will fetch the data from the get API. So that's it. This is how you can use cookies in your website. Let us know if any question or query, and keep following us. Thank you.